Hello and welcome to class. So today we're going to do a slightly different class. We're doing a class without mat and a little yoga break for when you're working in the middle of the day. So first things first, please turn off your monitor unless you're using it for this class, of course. And take a moment here just to find a sitting position. You can still face forward towards your desk. And if you're a slightly smaller person like I am, your feet dangles, sit a little bit further forward so your sit bone stays on the chair but your feet are on the ground. Bring your hands onto your thighs, maybe just give it a very gentle rub forward and back. And taking a moment here just to collect ourselves. If you want to, maybe even very lightly turn your head from side to side, noticing how that makes you feel in the head, your neck. Maybe even bigger circles. If it feels good, go on and move into the opposite direction in this next circle. And slowly finding your head just balancing on top of your spine, on top of your sit bone. And take an inhale deeply down towards your stomach. And as you exhale, relax your shoulders. And we're taking about 4 breaths like this more. As you breathe, notice if you're holding any tension. Do you feel any particular part of your body feels tired, tense, stiff? Or maybe it manifests in the sensation of taste, like it's sour or bitter. When you're ready, reaching your right arm up and towards the ceiling and lengthen your fingertips away from your sit. So sit heavy and reach your right side body longer. And take an inhale, spread your fingertips. And the exhale, bring your arm back behind you in space. Bend your elbows and touch, maybe back of the head, maybe back of the neck, maybe back of the shoulder. Your opposite hand is going to grab hold this elbow and draw it in. As much as you draw this arm in, press your head back behind you so you feel the tricep, maybe your armpit starting to light up lightly. We just do a little movement here and take your inhale, tilt your belly forward, reach your heart, press your skull back so you point your elbow back in space into a cow shape. And exhale, opposite, drawing your navel in, rounding in the spine, point your elbow forward. Just 2 more. Inhale, lifting in your chest, reach back with your head, sticking your butt back. And exhale, rounding. And just the last one. Inhale, lifting and reaching back. And exhale, rounding lightly. And this time, staying here. With your right elbow press against the hand so you feel your side of the body, the triceps starting to light up. And take an inhale here, finding what you perceive as the center. Your spine parallel or vertical against the floor. And use your exhale to side bend to the left side so you feel a little bit deeper into the side body. One more deep breath in your side. And exhale, this time point your heart down, but keep that tilt. The spine is still tilting towards the left, and feel that really intense opening from the back of your arm through the side. Maybe you feel it in your back ribs, just lightly. You stay here looking down, draw your belly in. And slowly from here, releasing both of your hands down, keeping your spine rounding slightly to the left. Your hands returning onto your thighs, your chest rolling into the middle and slowly roll up through your spine. A moment here just to feel how it's like in your hands, your arm, your shoulder. Any particularly interesting sensation. Maybe it's flushes. Maybe it's warm, cold. When you're ready, left side, reaching your arms up. Fingertips opposite direction of your sits bone. Keep it lift and reach your arm back as far back as you can so you can feel that back shoulder starting to light up. Bend the elbow touching behind anywhere. Your free hand is going to grab this elbow and put the whole arm nestled behind your skull. And keep pulling it back as you inhale, puff your chest forward, reach your ribs and lean back with your head and your bum. And then exhale, rounding, pointing your elbows forward. Inhale your heart forward, stick your butt and your head back behind you. And exhale, rounding lightly, draw your ribs in. And just the last one like that. Inhale. And exhale. And keep yourself slightly rounding. Keep your right hand onto this left elbow and push your elbow into the hand so you feel the resistance. And finding your spine back up into a vertical position. And take an inhale right here. And exhale, keep pushing your left elbow but side bend to the right side. So you feel that resistance deep into the tissue of your shoulder, maybe the armpit. Take one more inhale, breathe into your left side body, your left ribs. And exhale, look down, keep the tilt on your right side and extending. And drawing your ribs in, maybe even think about you pulling the back of your heart away from the legs. This slightly slouching, slight bendy shape is going to deepen that opening on your side of the ribs, armpit, tricep. Last breath. Keeping this round, slowly releasing both of your hands down onto your legs. Keeping your spine round, coming with your face through the middle. And slowly lift your belly to roll up into that sitting position again. Just a moment to set it in, noticing how it feels in your hands, your whole forearm, your armpit. Just moving a little bit in the hips, crossing your right ankle over the top of your left thigh. Flex the foot. And keep flexing the foot, push your ball of the foot away from the knee. And begins to use your butt muscle to push this right knee down towards the floor. Maybe for you this is plenty, you stay. If you want more, take an inhale, lengthen through the spine. And exhale, placing your elbows down, your forearms down onto the shin. Maybe you go a bit further, folding even deeper. And as we're doing mobilization, maybe it feels good to move, just very lightly moving this leg from side to side, but keep your foot flexed and the ball of your foot pushing away from the knee. So it feels like Barbie foot. Last breath here. And slowly coming back up. And releasing this foot down. Noticing what it's like in that hip. And the opposite side, left ankle over the right thigh towards the knee. Flex the foot, ball of the foot pointing. Push this knee down with your butt muscle. Take an inhale, lengthen. And exhale, reaching your heart forward and fold. Maybe elbows or forearm onto the shin. Maybe if you use a little bit further. Maybe movement with the leg from side to side if that feels good. If that feels inviting. And just a last breath here. And slowly pressing your right foot to come up into a sitting position, releasing your left foot back down. A little moment just to collect how it feels in your toes, your thighs, your legs. And from here, lift your elbows up towards your face, but round your shoulders forward, elbows forward. And from here, lift your elbows up higher, lift your shoulders high, and slowly roll your elbows, shoulder back. And can you, as best as you can, think about you're touching your elbows back behind you, so you feel your shoulder blade, the upper back starting to light up. And slowly lifting your elbows back up, shoulder back up, and rounding forward, shoulder, elbows rounding. And just one more, lifting super high, squeeze your shoulder up towards your face, lift it as you roll back, draw your shoulder blade back and down, elbows back behind you, puff your chest. And slowly releasing your hands back down. We'll do more of those when we stand up. And from here, press your feet and come up into standing, playing with putting the weight into your heels, the weight into your front of the feet. And have your feet about hip width apart, so they're stacking right underneath your hips. Now begin to place more weight into the balls of your feet. Maybe even lift your toes for a moment just to spread and feel your feet. If you're wearing heels, please take them off. Now from here, press your toes down, spread them. Press the ball of your feet down, lift your heels as high up off of the floor as you can. We're just going to bring a little movement here, a little pump. So begin to drop your heels up and down without ever touching the floor. And do it quite fast, like a bounce, 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 bounce. It feels like there is a lot of buoyancy in our shins, in our back of the calf. And this doesn't look like a very complicated or difficult movement, but it can feel quite invigorating. We're going to be here for about a minute. And that's about 5 breaths more, I'd say. And still keeping up with the speed, and maybe starting to feel the burn in the back of the calf. Maybe it's a more stimulating sensation, like flash. For me, this is crazy. And just the last 2 breaths here. And slowly releasing your heels back down. Take a moment just to feel the burn and how that sensation starting to spread down your feet, your toes, maybe even up your whole leg in your front of the leg. Now from here, just a little stretch in the leg, and come and stand between or behind your chair with your hands just one side of the chair, one side on the table, and walk your feet a little further back behind you. Now step and place your right heel onto the chair, your toes pointing up. We just do a little stretch in the back of the leg. Dig your heel into the pillow of the chair and just very lightly draw that pillow in towards your bum, so you feel the back of your thigh starting to light up, starting to activate. And take an inhale, lengthen through the spine. Next, exhale, stay, or use your hands to guide you, slowly folding down, thinking about relaxing your shoulders. You're only coming to a place where you can still feel things, but not too much. And think about that Barbie foot again, pushing the ball of your foot forward and draw your baby toes towards yourself, noticing what part of the calf, back of the leg do you feel this now. Maybe if you want to, moving, pointing and flexing your ankle forward and back, and bring more liquid, more movement into this part of the body. Relaxing your neck, your face. Now from here, when you're ready, press down, coming back up. Keep your left foot back quite far away from the chair before you bend this right knee and step this foot into the chair. Now from here, noticing the difference between if you just lean forward, where you feel this, versus if you back off, use your hand to guide skin of your thigh upwards towards your belly, draw your belly in, so you feel as though your lower back is broadening, your tailbone pulling down or forward. It feels like you're just very lightly tugging your tailbone. Take an inhale there. And exhale, keep that shape as you lean forward. Maybe you feel this front of the leg so much more now. Relax your shoulders, maybe even lean back with your spine. And just last breath here. And your right foot, the one in the chair, push down firmly to back yourself off of that position. And releasing both of your feet down onto the floor, standing tall just for a moment, feeling the space, the vacuum, the black hole in the front of your left hip. And only if you start to feel that this sensation is faded, is no longer there, do you step your left heel onto the chair, keeping your right foot quite far back. Take your heel, pull the cushion towards your bum just a touch. Take an inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, stay if this is enough, or folding your chest over this leg. Barbie foot, both the foot forward, baby toes towards your outer left knee. Option to move, pointing and flexing this toe. Little ankle pumping movement, just like we did before. And from here, press down, lifting up. And bending in this left leg to lean forward. Taking a moment just to sink and feel what it's like. Backing off using that same energy, lifting the skin of your thigh up into your belly, tilting through the pelvis. Making sure your tail is pointing down or forward and slowly sinking forward, relaxing your shoulders into just sort of like a chair lunge. If you need to lift your right heel off of the ground, you can do that. If you need to, go ahead and move forward and up, kind of in and out a few times first. When you find comfort, go into the place that you feel the most, but not too much. And take about 3 breaths right there. Now push into your left foot, squeeze your bum to come out, both feet onto the floor, just for a moment. And from here, go ahead and stand behind the chair or the table with your back against it. Remember what we did in the shoulder movement before? Bring your elbows forward, round your back, lift your shoulder, lift your elbows up. Again, inhale, slowly reaching your elbows back, roll your shoulder blade back, upper shoulder blade together. And exhale, bottom shoulder blade together, squeeze your elbows towards one another, feel your chest puffing. Release your arms to grab hold of chair, table, whatever it is. Push your arms down to reach your chest forward and now puff your heart, inhale. And exhale, tone your belly and your lower ribs in. One more inhale, push down with your shoulder blade and puff your chest. And exhale, toning your lower ribs and belly in. Maybe even think about bending your knees a little and stick your butt back to touch the chair behind you. And slowly lifting your hips, releasing your shoulders, releasing your arms down to the side for just a moment. Gonna do that one more time. When you're ready, bring your elbows forward, round the back. Lifting up, inhale, roll all the way open, elbows back, chest forward, elbows together, back behind you. And exhale, hands, arm down, grabbing hold of chair, table. Keep your shoulder blade reaching towards one another. Take it in, push down, shoulder blade reach down, puff your heart up. And exhale, tone your ribs, tone your belly in. Take one more inhale, reach your shoulder blade further down, puff your heart further up. And exhale, maybe even stick your butt back, just a touch, intensifying this curve in the spine. And slowly relaxing your shoulders. Noticing how it feels as you rest your arms down to the side. Speed of your breathing, it's increasing, just very lightly. When you're ready, turn around and face the chair or table. Find a good distance, pressing your hands onto whatever surface you can find. Your arms are about shoulder width apart. Walk back until you can feel that your armpits starting to stretch open, your chest starting to come down to be about the same height as where your hands and your hips are. Now push your arms forward and reach your butt back and take an inhale right here. And exhale, keep reaching and maybe drop your chest a little further down. If you need to soften your knees, do that. That will bring you a bit more space in the hamstring. We're focusing on your upper body. If you want to work on your butt or your thigh as well, lift your bum higher, spread the back of your knee. And still maintaining a pushing sensation through the hands. If it feels good, maybe just very lightly move your hips from one side to the other. That will deepen the opening through your armpit. Maybe you can even feel it in the back of the ribs. Keeping your head the same height as your arms. And the last breath right here. Maybe even look up in towards the table, so the back of your heart is starting to light up just a touch. From here, press into your hands, float your elbows, your armpit further away from the ground, slowly come up. Walking yourself forward, releasing your arms down. And we'll find where we start. Finding that sitting position. You can face any direction that feels great for you. I'm going to face this way so you can see. Once again, your sit bone onto the edge of the chair, both of your feet down onto the floor. A moment just to feel what has happened. From here, take an inhale, lift your heart further up and away from the stomach. And exhale, twisting to the right side. Left hand on the outer right thigh, right hand onto the back of the chair behind you. Instead of letting your knees just drop to the left, push your right knee into the hand. Take an inhale, lengthen your heart, stomach away from the thigh again. And then exhale, maybe twist a little deeper, walking your right hand further, and opening, turning into your head. You're going to take 2 breaths right where you are, thinking about lengthening your heart further up as you breathe in. Thinking about twisting a little bit deeper as you breathe out. And last breath like that. And slowly releasing. Bring both of your hands down to the thigh. Take a moment here in the center just to feel the difference between left, right side. And from here, take an inhale, lifting your heart further up. And exhale, twisting left side, right hand onto outer right thigh, outer left thigh, left hand behind. Lift your heart, stomach away from the leg. And exhale, twisting deeper, maybe looking over your left shoulder. Option to walk this hand further, allowing your front shoulder, your spine to twist deeper. And still pushing this left knee, left leg into the right hand. 2 breaths. And slowly untwisting, unwinding into the middle, staying in the center, hands on the thighs for a moment, just to feel what happened, where, how it happened. And take an inhale right here, broaden your chest. And exhale, begin to walk your hands through the knee, through the front of your shins, all the way through the ankles, through your feet, maybe even resting it down to the floor. And feel your stomach, your chest resting onto your thighs. Give your head a soft turn to release your skull, the back of your neck. Noticing if you hold tension in your arm, shoulder. And feeling the effect of being upside down in a final resting position. This is our savasana today. Noticing the effect of the exhales, the sound, the feeling of it. Noticing if you can relax your jaws, your eyebrow center, even the skin underneath your hair, your scalp more. If you need a little bit more time, stay a few more breaths. Otherwise, bring your hands on top of your thighs. Press down, use your inhale to roll up through the spine. And then exhale to sit tall, your hands are just resting onto your legs. Maybe even lean back. It's like you're sitting, leaning into an invisible wall behind you. Noticing how you feel now compared to the very beginning. Thank you for practicing today, and have a wonderful day. Namaste.